Good morning, party people. Guess what? Yep, the V70R has been recovered. Police called up and said, hey, we found that Volvo that was stolen. Went over there, got in it, drove away. Little scuffed up, but all in all in good shape. So thanks everybody for rooting for us, looking out for us. It was about 3 miles away from where it was stolen. So got that behind us. Now the owner needs to decide if he's going to keep that one, sell the other one he just picked up, or sell the other one and keep this one. So keep your eyes and ears open if somebody's looking for a V70R wagon. One should be for sale soon. They're both black. The police officer that located the car said that he works this community in this neighborhood. He had seen a report about a week ago saying that a Volvo was stolen in the area. He said that he don't ever recall seeing and hearing about a Volvo being stolen, so that stood out to him. So while he was driving through the area, patrolling a little bit, he seen that black Volvo sitting on the side of the street where there isn't usually a Volvo. He was familiar with the neighborhood and said that he never saw a Volvo wagon sitting there before, and thought, man, let me check this out. Looked at the plate was still on it, noticed it was a car, so he called it in. They called the owner, and we went over there and picked the car up. So that's what happened. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I tinker with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. This video also has tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. So, thank you very much for watching. Here we are, folks, up here in freezing cold Michigan at Dan the Man's place, picking up a replacement vehicle for that missing V70R. Gonna replace it with another V70R. Things got duals, man. A real one and a fake one. Nice wheels. Look at this. 6-speed, boy. Got a lot of lights lit. ABS, check engine. So, got a boost gauge pod. All down. It's already got rip kit and everything. Got this car here, very light clutch. Bled it. Still won't grab any clutch. We don't think it's the internal slave cylinder, because it's not leaking. I don't think it's built enough pressure to activate the internal slave. So we're going to change the master cylinder. The fluid was very dirty, sucked all that out, and the fluid pumps out of here, but not at a great force. So we're going to go ahead and change this master cylinder. We went to the salvage yard because there's no parts place open around here, and got a master cylinder out of an 850. Those things are a little bit different, but they do bolt up and they should work. So we're going to rip this thing apart, put that thing in, and see if it works for us. We got the brake booster loose, the top 2 bolts to the last couple of threads, the bottom 2 bolts on the brake booster totally loose. Got the master cylinder on the inside loose. Now we got to find this line plug right there and unplug that so that we can pull that through. Okay, I see the tip of it. Dang, that's always hard for me to see and feel, but I gotta get something pointy in there. Get that started coming loose. Get that out. Then I got to unplug that line. Catch the fluid that drains out of there. In this video, I'm going to bleed the brakes on this P80 Volvo. This is a 1999 Volvo V70R. This should be same for all the P80 cars, most clutch systems. Anyway, it has a M66 6-speed in it. Oddball transmission for this car. We just replaced the master cylinder under there. You see the line is pressed in. The clip is in place. I just hooked up the feed line, and I'm going to show you how I bleed these. Pretty simple. A couple of important tips. Number one, you got to fill the reservoir up as high as you can. Number two, you open the bleeder screw down there and let that thing just sit open, and you keep filling that up. Keep it filled up really high until fluid comes out of there. Then you close it, pump it a couple times, open it up, make sure your reservoir is full, pump it once or twice, get air out of there, and you should be good to go. So let's go ahead and do this. First thing I want you to understand is the feed line. Although it goes in the bottom of this reservoir is nowhere near empty. If you're looking at this reservoir, the level is right there. With the level right there, that means you have to be higher than that to get this thing to fill up. So let me show you in here. Man, you can see that thing. The level is all the way up here. So you got to be higher than that to get that thing to bleed the clutch. So some people, they let that run a little low and they think they're bleeding the clutch, and they're not. I'm going to clean off your cap. Look in there. See where your level is. I'm going to set this over here to catch this fluid off of here. And see how high that is. Even though it's that high, which is about there on this reservoir. I'm going to see if you can see it shake. You got to come all the way up near the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill that near the top with the fresh fluid. Let me throw this tip in here. These Volvo clutches, hydraulic clutch, they share the reservoir with the brake fluid. So you got to keep this stuff replaced every 2 years or 30,000 miles. You can get a brake fluid tester if you want. We're going to go ahead and fill this thing up as high as I can get it. That's not high enough. It needs to be higher. Dot for fluid. Number two, I'm going to crack open your bleeder screw down there. I'm going to get to whatever size it is, crack it open, and let fluid flow through there until it comes out. Now, I'm going to make sure our clutch pedal is up, which it is. Now I'm going to get the socket, break that open, and put a catch pan under it. Ideally, you would want fluid to be draining out of there a little bit and going down there. That's not happening. So I'm going to have somebody go inside, or you can go inside and press on the clutch pedal. It should fall to the floor, but hopefully it'll start fluid to flowing down there. It went to the floor. Pull it up and try it again. All right. Keep going. It's not coming out yet. Now he's just pushing that down and pumping it back up and down with his hand until we get some fluid to come out of there. Okay, we got a little bit of fluid starting to come out there. That's what you want as he pumps it. And you see it massaging right there. So he's just going to keep pumping that until it starts. All right, it's starting to go flow good now. Hold on a second. Let it sit there for a second. We're going to go under there and see if it's falling in the pan the way we want it to. I think it is. Go ahead, pump it 3 times.
1,
And it's coming up by itself? Alright. So it's coming up by itself. He's going to pump it down. I'm going to close this valve off. He's going to hold it down. Then I'm going to top it off. Pump it down.
Pump down.
I'm going to close this valve off. I'm going to top this off. Alright, now let it up. Okay. Huh? It stayed down? Alright, pull it up. It stayed down. Now he's going to pump it 5 times. Trying to get the air out of the system. What was that pop I heard?
Or is this Henry?
Alright, did it stay down?
Nope.
Came back up by itself?
Yes.
Alright. We're going to go ahead and open this valve and see if any air comes out. Yep, couple bubbles came out. Push it down and hold it down.
Down and held down.
Alright. Close that off. I'm going to top this off up here. And then hopefully if he lets it go, it'll rise back up. The key is keeping this filled. Okay, let go. Did it come up?
Nope.
Alright, pump it 5 times.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright. It came back up that time?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we're going to see if it'll let you shift gears. We bled the clutch. Man, it appears to get all the air out. However, this slave cylinder is not engaging to release the clutch. So we think we're going to have to replace that slave cylinder tomorrow. We got a slightly used one on hand. We're going to try to knock this out in one day. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.